Good.
And welcome to Dare to Degrees, ladies and gentlemen, your weekly episodic podcast. Where we perfect gentlemen tell you guys exactly what about everything. I'm your host today, Jonathan Esther,
This is Alone in the Dark out in Colorado. Oh, shit.
the multi-platinum artist, Slow Chemical, in our presence.
I'm just bored.
That works. Coming down from the mountaintop. All right, I do have a question though.
Yes, sir.
Real simple. Let's start with an agreement, gentlemen. A quick agreement before I go into this question, right?
You're asking for a lot.
Yeah. It's gonna be a tough one. Aside from being able to make your dick hard by looking at them, women's look don't really fucking matter. Can we agree on that?
Uh, I understand what you're saying. I agree.
Yeah.
I don't get what you're saying.
I'm saying, literally, look, women are individuals. The thing about women's looks, the only thing about women's looks that matters to guys is that it can get our dick hard. Aside from that, really, there's no purpose to women's looks for guys. Am
Well,
I correct or wrong?
there's one other thing is showing this bitch off to your friends. Like, you show up with an ugly chick, you're in a lot of shit. You know what I mean? So, I mean, really, especially after being married for almost fucking 10 years, that's pretty much the main benefit to her look. Is I go, people talk shit. I bet you can't get a girl. Like when I'm talking shit online, like I'm fucking this, and then they're extra pissed off.
Well, so all right. So you're basically saying that the only reason we care about looks is one, because it makes us horny, and two, so we can show other motherfuckers what they're not getting that we're getting, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
All right. So aside from that, well, let me make sure that Mr. Slow Chemical is on board here so far.
I'm not, but go ahead.
All right, figure that. You into the women things?
Say that again.
So you're into the girls for the intellectual side of things?
Sometimes I am, because when broads open their mouth, I have two options. One, choke them until they no longer breathe. Or two, then I can get horny, as you would say. But
All right.
it's a toss-up.
All right. Now the reason I'm asking this question is this, right? And all honesty, I am curious about this. Why is there still a stigma on pretty fat girls?
Like, what do you mean?
Like
That people?
like
I
I've
know,
seen
I know, now I know what you mean on that
oh, you
one.
know exactly where I'm going with this. There's a thing going on right now. Well, it's not going on right now. It's been there forever. Where obviously we love the model chicks, and obviously we love the curves, like the Kim Kardashian curves with the Coke bottle. But I'm real curious. Like we've talked about uh this girl before. I'll bring her up in a second. But we've talked about this girl before. For most people that remember, there was a movie a long time ago with Tom Green, back in the Tom Green heyday, called Road Trip. And
Rhonda.
in that movie, yeah, Rhonda, there's a big black girl whom, personally, almost everybody agreed she was hot. Debate in a lot of circles, man. Almost everybody was pretty on par with, nah, that's a fine chick. She's big, but she's good looking, right?
Yeah. Here, I got.
So
I got a picture.
oh, you got her up?
Yeah. Finally tracked her down. It took me a second.
Perfect. Yeah, you're faster than I am. So anyway, so recently, there you go. There's Rhonda. She's a pretty girl. She's kind of. In fact, go to the one where she's got the black dress.
We're here.
This one right here. There you go.
Are,
So,
are you reading that headline?
oh my God, yes I am. I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't either. When the fuck did this have? 4 years ago.
Jesus Christ.
Now, I think this might answer your question that you're impending, but go ahead.
No. It doesn't because it says routine surgery. I know where you were going with that.
Okay.
But I was gonna say, I see like that's one of the weird parts about being in California. You see some amazing chicks. Anybody who's been to California knows that. You'll see chicks just way out of your league talking to you, actually giving you the chance of day, not knowing what you're thinking. But one thing I've noticed is there is also an undercurrent behind big chicks that just walk around and nobody wants to touch them. Not a soul. I've seen virgin nerd dudes turn down good-looking big chicks because they're dreaming of the hope of the supermodel cheerleader girl. And I still don't understand. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but is there still like a stigma here for a reason that I don't understand? Or do you guys agree like that should be done? Like anybody judging a chick just based on size and not whether she looks good or not for the size is pretty much pointless at this point.
Well, I feel like I'm going to be in an uphill battle, you know, trying to talk two black guys out of dating fat girls. But, I mean, I think
you knew
at the end of the day,
I knew he was coming with that.
At the end of the day, it is kind of a evolutionary response of, I mean, really, if you look at the sizes of people 100 years ago compared to now, people have blown the fuck up, okay? And I'm a victim of this shit too, okay? I'm overweight myself right now. I got to drop a good fucking 10, 15 pounds. But I don't think that us as human beings have really caught up to that as being okay. You know, like, and it's really hard to argue that it is. I mean, yeah, that chick died of routine surgery, okay? But do you know what is one of the factors of making your surgery more dangerous? Being overweight.
Yep.
You know, and don't get me wrong, I'm never. I know this sounds like I'm harping on people for being overweight. I'm not. I totally. I think my lifestyle with the fucking motorcycle and shit like that I do, I'm probably gonna die before most fat people. Okay. So don't think I'm on my fucking high horse looking down at somebody who's overweight. It's just when you're talking about a sexual attraction, that's kind of really dictated by your evolutionary build, you know. And if you want a big reason guys go for big tits and big hips, or big asses, which, you know, usually entails big hips, is big tits could feed your kids a lot better. Big asses means this chick can have your kid and not die during childbirth. You know, there's reasons for this shit. You know, now am I saying that every reason somebody gets attracted, like I want to fuck the shit out of Condoleezza Rice, especially back in the day, in her heyday. I'm not saying that there's a good evolutionary reason for that, okay? But, I mean, I think that's a big reason. Now, at the end of the day, I don't think that that's a big deal, okay? Like, you remember we had that Marine who, I can't remember his name now, okay? He was always in fucking trouble, this and that. But he dated fat girls all the time and never wanted to admit he had a thing for them, okay? And I told him, dude, if that's your thing, that's fucking cool, man. Like,
we're not talking about the sergeant, are we?
No. But no, not
I got it.
Big girls wasn't. But
yeah.
I told him before, like, dude, that is if that's your thing, fucking go for it. You know, I'm not looking down on you about it. Nobody fucking should. You know, that's what you're going. And the girls were always really pretty. Okay. They weren't these fucking ugly fucking No, they were really pretty girls. Just had a couple extra 20, 40, 60, 100 pounds. You know.
So
but
rude.
I don't see the issue. I just think that the reason people don't naturally gravitate to them is just, I mean, right now you haven't really had the time to change your fucking, you know, sexual orientation, you would say, to find that as acceptable, you know? And really, if you look at women, a fat guy really turns off women, I think, a lot more than a fat girl turns off men. Okay?
True.
If you see that shit, the Love My Body campaign showing big girls, you don't see that shit for men, okay? When they did that little bod campaign, fucking no, I mean, women were joking about it, nobody was fucking buying it, okay? That shit wasn't going anywhere. So, I don't know, man. That's my idea. Is just at the point, you know, I think your attractions, what you're attracted to, is dictated a lot by, you know, your genes, you know, and that's just how the shit works. Like I talked to, do you remember Downtown Brown in the in Guard? He was one of our guys in 3-5.
I think I know who you're talking about.
I said something to no, we watched this video, okay, and like it was some fucking stupid cartoon, but it showed like this, you know, caveman type people, and there's all the different races, okay, but and this black guy sees like a saber-toothed tiger coming, and he runs and hides in these bushes that are shaped like a huge ass, okay. Then it goes down the time frame, and it's going, that's why black guys are attracted to big asses, because those bushes that used to protect them back in the day, right? Now, I was kind of laughing about that. I mean, it's a dumb joke, but I was laughing about it. Well, Brown said something like, man, that has nothing to do with it. Guys grow up, their moms have big butts, their freaking sisters have big butts. That's what fucking they look for when they go out looking for a woman. This is their image of a woman. That's what they're going for, you know? I'm like, yeah, that makes a whole lot more sense. That was just a stupid fucking show. But that's kind of the thing, you know? We're kind of having to readjust, getting used to people being bigger and bigger and bigger, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I just asked the question because I think we're just now starting to get comfortable with like hips and tits. That was, and when I say comfortable, I'm saying this is very. What I blamed for it at the time was I blamed Europe, because a lot of we don't want to admit it as America, but a lot of like fashion and fashion ideas we got for quite a while was from Europe, you know. You got fashion shows in New York, but they would follow the Paris trend. You see what I'm saying? Or the Italy trend. And that's how they dictated fashion down here. And fashion in Europe, just like almost everything in Europe, because all these countries are tiny, is tiny. It's always going to be smaller. The Paris models are smaller, and extra large in most European countries is a large or a medium in America. So it's always been kind of like the culture is dictated on size. But we're getting more and more to a point where I was like, well, okay, we have enough good-looking fat women around that we should be past this now. But I'll still see in weird little situations, I'll see somebody like bashing, not an obese girl, but or an obese guy. I'll see somebody like a thin model bashing like a slightly bigger model. And I'll sit there like, what the fuck are you talking about? She looks healthier than you do. Why is this still a thing? And I just wanted to know, like, if you guys still felt that way. Obviously, you made sense. It's what you're at. It's where you stand with that. What about you there, Slow Chemical? You think there's still fat girl hate, or is it just me? Am I just tripping out?
The one issue I still have with you is that you speak for everybody. So you said, like, you made a comment just a few seconds ago. Are we still past this? Do you mean the world or us on the show? Because I've never had a problem with fat people.
Yeah, I mean, no. I mean, like, as a culture, like, I'm asking you guys what you see.
Oh, okay.
Because I see it. Yeah.
No. They still have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. I've actually never been with a bigger woman because actually, me and Cole Khan just had this topic on Why Repent. I don't know what to do with them in the bed. Like, what do you do? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't know how to I don't know. Like, I've been told there's only like one position you can do, and that doesn't sound fun to me. So that's why I've never been with one. Not trying to be rude, but I mean, yeah. So like, I don't think that's fun. So but there's tons of it. I mean, if you go, just walk around, go to a mall, go to Walmart, go wherever, you see pretty big girls, you see dudes like looking for these skinny girls who just threw up their pasta from Olive Garden. So I mean, like, it's just like, whatever. But I mean, I don't care. I mean, here's the thing: somebody's gonna love them no matter what. So,
man, you did a double sin right there. You said she threw up, and you said she threw up Olive Garden. It's just sad all over.
You know, my thing is, I've never had a problem. I've just never really looked at I've looked at big girls and gone, she's really pretty. But my immediate reaction, in all honesty, is going, man, she would be gorgeous if she lost the weight.
True. True.
Now, something you were saying, there, freaking Esther,
Jonathan.
that these fucking, people should be used to it by now. But look at this thing right here. This map is going over by the years from 1985 to now, okay? That means just in the time that I've been alive, in just my fucking generation, our generation, look how much obesity is fucking skyrocketed.
Well, we know that. We know that's like.
So how could we be used to it? Like there's no. It's still kind of a new event. This is a really. I mean, 100 probably in most of the country or most of the world right now, getting enough to eat is still a big fucking issue for billions of fucking people. Okay, worldwide it used to be, hey, overeating was not even a possibility. Except for if you were like royalty or crazy wealthy, most of the country didn't even have the ability to overeat. Okay, our grandparents who went through the Great Depression, they were fucking watching people starve. So this whole complete abundance of food like we have right now, I mean, it's really new, and I don't think our biology has had a chance to fucking catch up with this. And I think that's a lot of things. I don't think we're caught up to cars, caught up to fucking flight. We're like Joe Rogan said something. We're like caveman with a caveman body trying to figure out how to use all this shit. And it's just we're not built for these capabilities. Like there would be little changes in the human body to make them a whole lot safer for fucking space flight. Okay, having bad gas in space could fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Now someday, a couple hundred years from now, when space flight is normal and everybody's spending time in space, our bodies might adjust to that where. Hey, we're not doing that shit anymore. This has killed too many people. Now, if you want to be safe, this is how the body needs to build itself. Well, this is kind of the same with that. The human body hasn't adjusted to people being as big as they are now. And what's that?
My fault. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I want to disagree real quick before I forget my point. The reason, and you guys won't agree with this probably, I disagree with this because the parts of the world that me and Jonathan Esther come from, our people are naturally big. We eat pig feet and everything unhealthy under the sun. So we're used to it. Well, here's the problem. Similar to how drugs was in the 80s, how it wasn't a big deal when it was in the black neighborhoods, but when it touched a white nose, oh my God, it's the worst thing ever. Now now more popular white people start saying, I have an eating disorder. Now it's a bigger deal because it's touching more of the white neighborhoods, in my opinion. I'm used to seeing big people. So for anybody to say that, especially come from where we come from, they say they're not used to seeing big people, they're full of crap. They're lying.
It's kind of funny. That's exactly what I was going to follow it with is I understand your point, but here's why that question kind of caught me weird is because, I mean, Slow Chemical has been in my house when my family shows up. Actually, Alone in the Dark, I think you've been around when my family show up. Have you been around when the full African regalia comes out?
I was at your wedding and it was pretty terrifying.
There you go. So that's one. No. Good point. So remember all the women dressed as Africans. Who had a small butt?
Oh, Jesus. None I saw.
Exactly. None. There's one woman in particular that is legendary for her behind specifically, and that's in a family with tons of huge butts. There's one person in that whole event that was, but the point I'm saying is, I don't know if
all the hard things we say about your mama, she's built pretty well, man. I gotta think.
Hey, man, all that hate in the right spots, I guess. I don't know. but I was gonna say the basic thing is and it's weird because I have to stay away from wanting to say all enslaved populations because I'm pretty sure there's a maybe on that, but I have to fight the urge of saying it. But South America or Colombia and then the Africas and a lot of these areas that are not European influence, they've gotten over the big thing a long time ago. Even some Nordic areas like Germany, there's some big women in Germany. They won't show you that, but there's some thick. When we came back from Iraq, I want to say the first or second time. The second time, that was when I went with you. When we came back from Iraq, were you with us when we stopped in Germany?
Yeah.
Were you there when we went to the beer hall with the beer wench? German
Yes.
chick who served everybody beer?
Yeah.
Who
It
was
had
like
the-
7 foot tall and could have whooped all our asses?
Yeah, and it had like she had like the 15-year-old girl helping her out. Everybody's trying to fuck her.
Yeah. Well, then again, that is their fault for bringing a bunch of men who haven't seen women in like 9 months into a room with two. So, but that being said, look at that broad. That broad was, again, I don't know. I would have to look at her now. But back then, I thought she was gorgeous. Again, as I said, 9 months, no women. But she was like 7 foot tall and a big girl.
Wasn't
And
quite
I don't.
me, but carry on.
but, but but the point I'm making is, I feel like it's, and this is why it always gets weird, because I'm not trying to make it about race, but it's gonna become about race. I feel like it is a very white thing to do that, to not like big women for some reason. I don't know, and that's part of the reason I actually brought it up, because I was trying to lead to this. Like, you would know better than anyone because you're raised white. We're not. Is there something in white culture, like, okay, I'll give you a great example. In African culture, if I bring a white woman home, nobody will say anything, but all the old heads in the house will smile a little harder. Just a little harder. You see what I'm saying? And again, there's a little bit of a race thing in there, but it's kind of like the way they look at it is, man, you done so good out there, you bagged the white one, and she let you bag her. So I was wondering, is there a thing in white culture like that, but with big women, or with anything about women like that in white culture?
You know, because I was thinking about what Slow Chemical said, and you know, maybe because I had that whole theory earlier. That might be full of shit, because do you remember in Iraq, the fucking sheikhs would get overweight. They would be fucking fat, you know, fatter. I mean, not fat by American standards, but they were definitely fat compared to Iraq. And that was a point of pride among them, because this is him proving, not only do I have enough to feed, not enough food to eat, but I could overeat. That's how good I'm doing in life, you know? So I'm wondering if maybe that has something to do with it, that the cultures that are farther removed from food being a big deal and showing that you're able to freaking really feed yourself is a bit, you know, now in American culture, being overweight, you're a fucking glutton, okay? Control your goddamn self, you idiot, you know? In other cultures, it's like, holy shit, this guy's doing that well for himself that he could overeat, you know? So
there's an actual tribe in Africa. Key is based on the biggest belly. This is not made up. This is factual. There's an actual tribe in Africa where the most successful person and the most important person in the tribe is the one with the biggest belly.
Damn.
Just wanted to throw that.
So maybe that's the thing, you know, because a lot of white people have had, you know, abundance of food for, you know, so many centuries or so many decades at least. That's why they don't look highly upon somebody being a fucking glutton about that shit, you know? Like, if you can't control yourself, you know, a lack of, which we've talked about before, a lack of control for an adult is embarrassing, you know? Like, that's not a cool thing at all. If you're saying, I can't stand it whenever I hear the bullshit, well, I was just sad, or I was just mad, or blah, blah, blah. No, if you can't control yourself, then you're not acting like an adult. You know, you don't sound cool or anything like that. That's kind of the reason I think, I mean, that's a good reasoning why a lot of white cultures will look down on somebody who's obese, because you're showing a lack of control here, you know? Like, we all know we got enough food. Any one of us could go out and overeat. You don't have to be rich to go out and overeat in the fucking U.S., okay? So if you're doing it, you're just showing that you can control what the fuck was given to you. So
I agree.
That might be it. That might be the issue right there. And that might be a reason why, and it's kind of a long-running joke of minorities taking fat white women. That's probably why, because they don't have a problem with it, you know? Nobody loves you, girl. You haven't been fucked in 2 years? Well, guess what? You're going to now. You know?
I can't remember who made the joke, but somebody was making a joke of, you know what's funny, guys? You know who you don't hear complain about how awesome things were? In fact, hear boast about it? Ray J. Ray J boasts about fucking Kim Kardashian, even though she's been with two white people who are dead quiet. Like, is it just a white thing they can't handle ass, or what the fuck happened? Because, like, the two black guys, or the many black guys that fucked her, are all thumbs up about her. The few white people that have fucked her, they don't really say much about it. So
Yeah.
the joke was obviously that it was the sex that was uncomfortable. I'm sure it's more of a cultural thing, but
Now,
no, but that still doesn't answer my question though. My question is there something in white culture that you've experienced in your family, kind of like I experienced bringing like the wife home?
I mean, not that I could. It's not like you would be shunned bringing a freaking big girl home, you know. Other than, I mean, really, I think it's more among your peers than anything family, you know. Like, I would think if you showed up with a big girl, it's probably gonna be your friends making fun of you than anybody else, you know. Because let's be honest, okay? This is gonna be kind of mean to say, but it's fucking true. It is easier to get with a big girl than a fucking fit one. That's just fucking fact, okay? I know that's mean to fucking say. A lot of people probably aren't gonna be happy about that, but it's fucking true. So it's kind of like when you see your friend with a fucking 15-year-old girl and he's fucking 21, okay? Yeah, number one, there's the whole fucking rape thing right there. But number two, it's like, dude, yeah, you're really cool. You went and impressed her because you got a driver's license and a fucking 200-foot apartment. Wow, you know, it's not that fucking impressive or it's not that cool to impress a fucking 15-year-old, okay? That's kind of I think an issue right there is we all know it's easier. Oh, there he goes. We all know it's easier to get a big girl, and that's why you're not really applauded for it. You know, you didn't really fucking work hard. You know, that's why I'm gonna get some shit for that one. I know it, but it's true. Okay. I mean, I don't know. Have you ever had somebody make fun of you for freaking ended up with any type of girl? So chemical.
Usually it's just hate though. Like the my Indian I showed you, I had a few guys like, you did an Indian, and they would see her and they were like, they tried to make fun of me. But to be honest with you, Alone in the Dark, I honestly have not. Let me put it like this. I think I said this on the Dare Disagree before. The guy told me how to bartend. He seen one girl that was going after, and he was like, dude, your penis is to be praised. He was like, don't ever do that again. And so like.
Oh, I'm gonna remember that line right there. I'm gonna fucking remember that shit.
So like once he told me that, it was I got what he was saying, because it was really one of those things where the girl wasn't attractive, but I was just in one of those moments where it was just like I need it bad or whatever. I thought I needed it bad, so I was just going after it. And it's one of those things where like I've truly never cared what my peers have thought, because at the end of the day, we all like different things. Like prime example, I was telling Cole Conscious the other day, because he was asking me my opinion on whatever the day may bring. I said, well, I'm not really into black girls anymore, but I said she's definitely cute. But even if I wasn't still into black women, I wouldn't go after her. But that doesn't mean anything to you though, dog. You find her super attractive. You know what I'm saying? I said, end of the day, I said, I used, matter of fact, I used you as an example. I said, yeah, Sadat is super hot to me, but Alan Alone in the Dark shouldn't care what I think. You know what I'm saying? If he brings her home and she's bringing home the bacon and taking care of him, dude, I'll be like, screw you. You know what I'm saying? I'm rich. But once again, that's just me though, you know?
Yeah. So funny story. He was talking about Ray J and Kim Kardashian, right? I don't know if you've seen this picture yet. Look at this shit. So this was at, I think, a concert of Kanye's, and somebody made a flag. Looks like about 4 foot by 6 foot or so.
Does it have the sex tape?
Yes, that's Kim Kardashian sucking Ray J's dick.
Wow.
That is a fucking level of hate right there that is just beautiful. I mean, that flag, I've bought promotional materials before. Shit, you probably have too. That thing was probably a good $60, maybe even depending on where you got it from. 60, $80, but this dude thought this was fucking worth it. What is
And
it?
here's the funny thing about it. Kanye kind of deserves every piece of hate he gets. So.
Well, see, my thing with Kanye is, I'm good with him. That's what it's saying on there. Get down, girl. Get head. Get down. But my issue with Kanye, especially when he talks about her, is I think Kim Kardashian, as much hate as she gets, I think she's a beautiful freaking girl. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, she's kind of well traveled. You know what I mean? So
You're being nice. Go ahead.
yeah. So my thing with him is he comes out every fucking time and is like, man, none of these, and he names off bitches. None of these bitches mean anything. Kim Kardashian's like the Marilyn Monroe of this generation. Like, okay, well, in all defense, Marilyn Monroe was a hoe in her own fucking right. But I mean, I'm impressed by Kim Kardashian being able to make this much of herself, considering there's no fucking reason she should be rich. Okay, I mean, it's ridiculous to me, but you can't just run around telling everybody that, yeah, my bitch is better than every fucking other one. Which, I mean, if you're coming up and saying, man, I love her, she's just the most beautiful woman in the world to me, I understand that. Okay, that's not some shit I would say. That's obviously a fucking lie. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I think my wife's beautiful, but I've seen better looking women. You know what I mean? I'm sure she's seen better looking men. That's just honesty, Mm-hmm. But I can understand if you're trying to fucking, be all happy about your marriage and shit like that you do that. But it's another thing when he's like purposely talking down about other bitches to make his wife seem a little better, just that little edge more.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of times Kanye, he's a promoter as well. So he knows the stronger he can keep the Kim K brand, the stronger it keeps Kanye and the Kim K brand together. The same way, I'm pretty sure. I mean, he's learned a lot from Jay-Z, I'm sure, and I'm pretty sure it's one of those things where just like he knows how to promote it, because he was saying when he was with Amber Rose the same thing, and now he can't stand her, and they went through whatever. But it's one of those things where just like, dude, like we get it, she's hot, but at the end of the day. I think I know what show that came from. I think it was like the Glastonbury show, wherever it's called, because he had somebody actually jump on stage while he was performing and pretty much try to take the mic from him, like how he took the trophy from Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So like it's one of those things where I think when he does that, he's more promoting instead of just being honest with himself. Because Kim Kardashian is pretty. Me personally, as much as Jonathan Esther loves her, I wouldn't actually do it. And it's mainly because she has more miles than her than Frontier Airlines. So it's just not good for me to say I would do that. But I mean,
yeah.
What Kardashian doesn't have miles on him now?
And you know what? I understand that everybody's been with someone, unless you're dating a virgin or something like that. The girl you're fucking probably has had somebody's dick in her mouth. Okay. The issue is when you can see that shit in fucking 1080p, maybe, especially if you're gonna make a wife out of her. I mean, this girl has a world famous sex tape, and they got kids together. I mean, how old is that kid gonna be before he sees Ray J fucking his mom?
Probably 5 or 6 with today's technology.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some asshole friend's gonna be like,
you know how evil. Yeah, that's what I was about. You know how evil kids are too.
Fuck yes. That was one of the things I did when I was naming my kids. I would go over them like, how could a kid make fun of this name? And that's kind of necessary. But I don't know, man. That's kind of I think Kim Kardashian's a really pretty girl. I think people are fucking attacking her about her body now, like, oh, she's getting surgery. What bitch in Hollywood isn't? Okay. I don't know why all of a sudden it's bad for her, even though we've been accepting it for a fucking long ass time. But that's the part that maybe you're right that he's just promoting her. It's just when you're promoting at somebody else's expense, I think is when you get these angry fucking responses. He's out there saying, Kim is better than this chick, this chick, this. Because he specifically named that white girl with the big titties. What's her name?
Amber Rose.
No. I know the one you're talking about. You're talking about the model, right?
Yeah.
Kate Upton.
Kate Upton, yeah. he said everybody's talking about Kate Upton. They know that Kim is way fucking better looking than Kate Upton. What? No, she isn't. I'm a fucking fan of Kim Kardashian's looks, but I totally understand that Kate Upton.
I'm on the fence on that one because I think they both bring two completely different sides of a very. Whereas Kate Upton brings the front, Kim Kardashian brings the back. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a tough toss-up. But, yeah, saying that she's better than Kate Upton is kind of nutty.
That's kind of a preference thing. Like, it depends on what type of ass you like,
Yeah.
Like, if you like, fit, fucking solid asses you could bounce a quarter off of, you're going to have to go get Kate Upton. You know what I mean?
True. Now, I've been... It's kind of weird, man. When you watch that kind of thing go down, you kind of run through the back of your head, and all I always think about when I see those two together, and him doing all the stuff he does, I go, okay. So these broads, and I use the term politely, these broads basically sacrificed any shred of moral high ground to get the success they got, right? Because one of the clear facts here is Kim Kardashian is more than most other models because we've seen her have sex. Period.
Yeah. I mean, I think they've done a decent. Because I mean, there's lots of girls who, like, what's her name? There's a porn star that everybody thinks. I mean, I think she's not bad looking, but I don't know why people are fascinated by her. Riley Reid or something like that.
Yeah, Riley Reid.
I don't think she could sell clothed pictures, as well as Kim Kardashian, though, even though people have seen her fucked in every which way possible, okay, including a couple that aren't possible. So, I don't know if they're doing a great job of fucking marketing. Something I would like people to remember is, even though it's still a great ascension, Kim Kardashian didn't come from nothing, okay?
Yeah.
Her dad had money, her stepdad had money, she comes from a fucking wealthy family, which is how she got connected to like Paris Hilton, shit like that, as a closet designer or whatever the fuck she was. Then when she was connected to shit, which is still, I mean, there's still people who have that kind of money in Hollywood that don't go anywhere, but it wasn't like she started from nothing, you know?
Some broads that I forgot about? The fucking Olsen twins, yo.
How could you forget about that? Hey, look at this. I think you missed this picture there, Jonathan Esser.
Oh no, I saw it.
I saw
it. Yeah, I was following you guys on the cell phone while I was fixing everything up. Was that when he was performing?
Yes.
Did he stop? Did he have a Kanye moment or no?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think he responded to it.
I don't think he saw it. That's what, or at least he pretended he didn't see it. And that's, I don't think. And I think that he has with him. Hello?
Yeah, you're back.
Again. All right. I think it's the biggest gripe everybody has with him, which we all knew already about Kanye. Kanye isn't really in touch with reality. But the biggest gripe is him pretending as if they came up clean, like we did this, we succeeded. Like, yeah, you did, but you did some shady shit to get there. Like, you don't ever hear Jay-Z just all out and out go on a TV show and say, look, I'm the shit and nobody made this shit but me, and I'm the only motherfucker that could have got here this way, and I'm the king of shit. It's like, no. You sold drugs to get to where you are, dog. We haven't forgotten how you started. I admire everything you've done up until this point, and kudos to you for doing what you got. There are tons of people that had way more than you had and have done way less. Nobody is taking that from you. But once you're starting to say stuff like, I'm the king of rock and roll, I'm the last living rock star, Kanye, you can't even sing. You can't even the theory of a rock star. You can't do that. You can't play an instrument, not a live instrument. That's for damn sure. So you're not a rock star. You're not a. I think he keeps skipping and I'm sure, I mean, we all agree on this. I just think he skips on the basic that, nah, man, you're good, but calm down. You're not as good as you claim to be. But again, as I said, I'm sure there's a big marketing thing, like not as I said, as a Slow Chemical thing said. I'm sure there's a big marketing thing to it. The question is, how much of it is marketing, and how much of it does he really believe?
Well, another question is, oh my bad, go ahead.
No, I was about to say it's probably all 99% him being full of crap and 1% marketing. But go ahead.
I mean, my thing is, how well is it working? You know, like,
oh, it works great.
People, well, not, I mean, he's already there, but has Kanye West or Kim Kardashian gotten any more famous in the past 6 months, 12 months?
Yes, they have, man. I think that's one of the weird things people aren't understanding. I think whoever is the PR person for Kanye and Kim is a genius.
Yes.
Well, not a genius. I just think they're great at seeing patterns, and the pattern is, negative press doesn't mean negative sales. Negative press can mean sales. In fact, when you see people like Lindsay Lohan and all that stuff, you're sitting there going, she hasn't worked in forever. Where the fuck is she getting her money from? That negative press still gets some sales. There's someone out there still willing to plaster her somewhere because she'll bring enough attention to the business, they'll sell. It's like did you ever watch that show I told you to watch, the Nathan For You on Comedy Central?
Oh yeah, I watched all of it.
Gotcha, whatever. Anyway, the point is, in the show, that's not funny, Slow Chemical, don't encourage that. The thing about the show is, this guy had just got a bachelor's degree in business, and the premise of the show is a real life show. He just got a bachelor's degree in business, and his guarantee is, I'm going to increase circulation to your job. Like, I'll come to your business, I have a degree, I know how to increase circulation to your job, right? And we're going to film it all. One example of this is he went into a yogurt store that was having sales issues, and he proposed that they make a poo flavor. Like a flavor of feces of yogurt. Sounds like a dumb idea, doesn't it? It absolutely was. It was a terrible flavor. It tasted like poop and smelled like poop, but was edible. It was disgusting. But they got more traffic into that yogurt place just because they promoted it.
For how long, though?
Exactly. Well, they did it for like a week, or I don't even think it lasted a week. I think it was like 3 days they did the promotion. But they got more business in. The guy kept his word, which was like, I promise you're going to get more business in while I'm here than you had before. And he kept that promise. And I think that poo analogy fits with Kanye and Kim.
You know, that's funny because we had a guy in here. He never made himself a screen name, so I'm not going to list him. But he actually, in California, or not in California, in Tennessee, there was a guy who posted a sign on his door pretty much saying, it was saying gay people aren't allowed to shop here, okay? Now, it wasn't saying it in as direct words, but it was a hardware store, too, of course, of all places, saying that he wasn't going to serve people who are against his religion or his freedom of speech or some shit like that, right? A friend of ours went into there with his camera filming this guy, right? And I'm wondering how many people did this, just went to this store, because of course the only reason our guy went to the store is because this guy had the sign to harass him, and pretended to, tried to act all the fucking stereotypical gay ways with the limp wrist and stuff like that, until finally the guy threw him out of there on video. It's pretty fucking funny. Okay, like, you know, fucking.
I wonder what happens if you go in there and do that whole shit and then say I'm not gay.
I'm trying to see if I have the video, because the one he sent me online.
Not in stock. All I have is standard. Standard. Yeah. What's the standard height? Is it 18 inches? 18. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Are you gonna? Hey, get out of here.
Get out of here. Okay, I got it. Hold on, let me see if I can get this to work right.
All I have is standard.
God damn it. Hold on.
What's the standard height?
This shit was pretty funny. He ends up getting chased out of the fucking store. You know, now, the funny thing is it's completely illegal, and, you know, who knows when this is probably going to fall down on this guy. You know, somebody has to make a complaint, and then it goes up the whole legal route as it is. You still there, fucking Jonathan S.? You're frozen.
I'm still listening.
All right, check out this video, okay? I don't know how well it's gonna do over the share play, but it's pretty fucking funny.
Not in stock. All I have is standard.
Standard.
Yeah,
What's the standard height? Is it
18 inches.
18?
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Are you gonna? Hey, get out of here. Get out. Hey,
Okay.
get out of here. Not in
Jesus
stock.
Christ.
Standard.
So what do you do with like doing the whole limp wrist thing and shit like that to try and how can I get this guy to know I'm gay without me fucking coming out and saying it,
Yeah.
Hey, can I get bell adapters, or can I get a fucking plunger with a smooth handle? I mean, how do you fucking get a hardware store? But even like now, who knows how many people are going to this hardware store just to fuck with this guy? Because he has that sign up,
But you got the flip side of that too. Like you can ask Slow Chemical. Chick-fil-A is incredibly popular in Maryland right now because of their stand against gay marriage. People that are anti-gay marriage love going to Chick-fil-A. Or look at Donald Trump. He's getting dropped everywhere for the terrible things that he said. But you know what hasn't hurt? His political polls have jumped up. He's like number 3 or number 2 conservative candidate right now running for president.
But there's only 2 running, isn't there? Him and
Yeah. He constantly comes in the runnings. He either comes in tied with number 2 or number 2 in all the not the runnings, all the polls so
but
far.
2 is last place, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. Hey. All I'm saying is this, man. What's his name? Who's the front runner? Jeb Bush?
I think. Well, has he actually thrown in yet?
Yeah. He threw it in. He's in. So, in the poll that I was looking at, Jeb Bush is 19%, right?
Yeah.
Donald Trump is 12%. By the way, there aren't just 2. There are tons of conservative candidates. There they are, all of them.
Okay. Where is? Here he is. I mean, I don't know if this is ranked. It looks like just.
No. It's just in order. Actually, it might be ranking because Bush and Cruz are ahead, and they're the ones that are the forerunners on a lot of this. But when I looked at a lot of the I gotta pull it up where I found that one. But Jeb Bush, who's the headliner as far as you're concerned, or as far as anybody's concerned, he's 19%. And I said for the poll I saw, Trump was 12%, which was a bump from him being like 9 or 8% earlier, just based on that terrible shit he said about the freaking Hispanics.
Yeah. Well, I could see him being a. I mean, it's hard for me to figure out who the fuck is what here, but I could see him being like the Maverick, like they sold John McCain as,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not a freaking career politician, so you guys should give me a chance to clear up the fucking mess that career politicians have made. Which, I mean, all honestly, he's got a good fucking point,
True. But the point I'm getting at here, the point I keep getting back at is, ultimately, what Kanye might be doing is the same thing. Now, I don't know, and I guess that's going to be the debate, unless you know him personally, whether he's doing it intentionally or unintentionally. But a lot of that negative press still gets him sales. When he sold that white T-shirt that just said whatever, like K and W on the neck, and that was his white T-shirt for $100, that shit sold out. It was the dumbest sales ever, and everybody who knew that shirt said it was a dumb idea to buy a white shirt for $100, but it's sold out.
It's probably a lot of people bought it just to, look at this shit, I got it,
And yeah, I guess that's what a lot of it is. I mean, so much of what we buy in America is that. I mean, nowadays, who buys a phone because they want to upgrade your phone to like the next level,
Yeah.
I don't know many things on a regular basis that Americans still do that they need to do. Like, it's getting harder and harder for me to think of an example right now. So
I wonder.
I don't know. Either way, that man is making his money.
Yeah, he's making more money than I am, so maybe I shouldn't bitch so much about it.
Maybe I should just start sleeping with whores.
Yeah. I've done that before. It didn't work out for me.
You just gotta pick the right horse, dog.
Yeah, find the fucking rich ones, I guess.
Find the ones that are daughters of lawyers.
I'm trying to find you know what's kind of which this is on a whole nother side note, okay? Two things that are an issue for me is people taking this activism too fucking far, okay? Like I was all about removing the Confederate flag from state grounds. Fuck that flag. I got no. If I see somebody pissing on it, I'm not gonna fucking take a pause in my life, okay? I might just give that guy a high five after he washes his hands. But I think it's a little ridiculous for me of how far people are taking. Like, did you hear that Dukes of Hazzards got banned? Or is getting
Yeah, that's stupid. That's stupid.
You know, Walmart and a couple of, I think Amazon pulled the Confederate flag from their stores. It's
But
like,
they still sell the ISIS flag. That's another funny one.
which to me, I mean, number one, that's just the free market at work, okay? I mean,
Yeah.
if they want to pull that shit, that's their thing. But I think it's fucking stupid, okay? Get the flags off state grounds. After that, leave it alone. I mean, I have no problem with people putting on Confederate flag bumper stickers and stuff, because then I can know how stupid you are within fucking 50 feet. You know? That's totally fine. There's no other way until we change the laws to get people to label themselves as an idiot other than putting out Confederate flag shirts. So keep doing that shit. Amazon, you're pissing me off by not selling this shit because so many people could be giving us warnings. Okay? But also,
It's kind of like.
other than just the
Go ahead.
Confederate flag, this whole gay marriage thing, which again, something I was totally for, okay? It's none of my fucking business who you're fucking. That's not my business. Go do your thing, okay? But shit keeps happening that anybody with any fucking sense should be able to know this is stupid and people fall for it. Like, have you guys seen this sign?
No, I haven't seen the sign.
So, you know, in case somebody can't read it, it says, "Dear resident of whatever avenue, your yard is becoming relentlessly gay. Myself and others in the neighborhood ask that you tone it down. This is a Christian area and there are children. Keep it up and I'll be forced to call the police on you. Your kind need to have respect for God. Sign a concerned homeowner." Okay? This resident or this homeowner who got this sign put up a GoFundMe account, okay? Ended up making $43,000 that people gave her to make her yard more gay to piss off her neighbor, okay?
That's unnecessary.
People gave her $43,000, okay? To apparently, I don't know if she's going to build a fucking Michelangelo. I don't know what the fuck you can do with 30, 40. The funny thing is, though, is
Vagina, man. Rainbow vagina.
almost immediately people noticed that, wait a second, like this girl had posted this and then posted like a response, like, you know, in her GoFundMe thing. A lot of the words she used, like if you notice the capitalization in here. Like,
No, bring it back up.
oh, my bad. I thought I still had it up. If you notice, it's obviously written by an old person or, you know, somebody not extremely educated, as there's words that are capitalized, like children shouldn't be capitalized, okay? Police shouldn't be capitalized, okay? Others shouldn't be capitalized. When this lady wrote her post, the GoFundMe post asking for money, the victim here, the one who got this letter, she used the exact same routine capitalizing shit.
Ah.
Which makes it look like maybe she wrote this herself.
Yeah.
So people asked, you know, people looked into it, and, you know, some people called because she said she notified the police. They said, where did it go? Detective we spoke with said that Baker was either unwilling or unable to produce the letter in question, and she had maintained it was no longer in her possession. So this letter just disappeared, okay?
Of course.
It's looking very, and she pulled the fucking plug and said she will not withdraw the money now, okay? And it's ridiculous, okay? Obviously, I mean, who knows? Maybe it's just coincidence, but it looks like this bitch is full of shit, okay?
Yeah, it does.
People gave her $43,000. Did you guys hear about that waitress who was harassed because she was gay?
No.
Let me see if I can find the receipt.
while you're doing that, I'll tell you what this sounds like to me. Do you guys remember a couple of years ago when they were trying to take the word nigger out of Tom Sawyer?
Tom Sawyer?
Yeah, they were trying to, all the Mark Twain books that had the word nigger in it, they were trying to take it out. Because they were basically saying, like, hey, we're past this now in our culture. We don't want it. And I felt really weird in the class I was with when we came up to that debate, because I was like, I'm for keeping the word. And people were like, wait, what? No, why would you be? Of all people, you should be. I was like, no, stop. I think the word is terrible. I think it's a horrible word, especially the way it's used in this book. But I think pretending like the word didn't exist is even worse.
Changing history so
Yeah, like, no. Keep history. Keep history the way it is. Look, I am willing to take the risk of us as a society failing completely because we're not changing our history rather than changing our history just for the chance to be better. No. Because if you start changing that kind of shit, it'll start creeping back up. That's how you have people that'll say stuff like, oh, the Holocaust never happened. Like, what? No, they're alive right now that went through the thing. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But you start taking that out, it's only a hop, skip, and a jump before some white supremacist out there goes, this whole slavery thing has been made up. I mean, I don't even see the N-word anywhere in our history books.
And I've been having this argument since the Charleston shooting, okay? People who don't believe that the Civil War had anything to do about racism, okay? And it's hilarious because these people really believe that they know more about history than all those idiots who think the Civil War was about slavery, okay? Now
including the guys that wrote it themselves.
Exactly. Like these Southern leaders wrote all these things talking about how important slavery was, okay? The 5 Southern ultimatums, the ones that the South put out saying, if you do these 5 things, we'll stay. Every single one of those 5 things was about slavery. All 5 of them, okay? When they wrote their declarations of cause of secession, they put in there, it's because you guys are banning slavery and we believe slavery is a God-given right and you guys are harassing us. When Kansas, a state, voted to prohibit slavery in a northern state, okay, the South got completely pissed off at them. If they were for state rights, they would be for it, okay? When the South seceded, they wrote their own constitution, and slavery is mentioned there over and over and over again, restricting states from deciding by themselves whether or not they could have slavery or not. Here's your states' rights heroes banning fucking states from having the right to do this. Okay? The newest theory, the latest one I got just this morning, was those were all lies because they knew that they had to trick the populace into going to war, so they brought it up about slavery, but it really wasn't about slavery. Now, the 2 issues there is, number one, if that is true, that means your ancestors still fought for slavery. Even if it was a lie, that's what they bought, and that's why they fought, okay? Number 2, you're telling me that slave owners were people who were enlightened and knew slavery wasn't important, but the non-slave owners were the one that really had to be told that slavery is important. Really? Like, that's how that shit worked out? It's completely fucking stupid. And this is all history trying to be rewritten, just like they're doing for the Holocaust, so that they don't have to admit what the fuck happened there. Now, as I was saying, this is the receipt right here, okay? Somebody orders a $100 bill. They line out the tip and said, I'm sorry, but I cannot tip because I do not agree with your lifestyle. Okay? This girl posted this shit, ended up getting, several $1,000s, okay? That people sent her to, support her in her, being so terribly fucking harassed. Turned out it was completely bullshit. The family paid their tab, left money for the tip. Cash money, just like I do. This waitress wrote that shit in there to look like a fucking victim. And people keep fucking buying it. So, I think this shit is ridiculous, and it's ridiculous that it keeps happening, that people throw fucking... You can't get people to donate money to starving kids in Africa, but to go gay up your fucking front yard to piss off some Christian, people got their checkbook out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what you mean, man. You got this look on your face like a TV just fucking went by you.
Nah, not at all.
Is that fucking Futurama? Shit.
Not at all, not at all. No, I agree with you. I was actually looking up something else that reminded me of that might make y'all laugh. This right here. So this is on the Chive website, and it's one of my favorite posts they do over there, where they catch people lying on Facebook
Yes.
or just saying dumb shit on Facebook and just getting caught red-handed. So hearing those two stories, I wanted to share like one of my favorite lists of them. So this was one of the ones with the chick with the hair and all that, posting that she posted it out from a library,
Yeah.
but it was via mobile. The other one, of course, some girl judging Miley Cyrus, and someone was kind enough to post her prom picture.
Where she's doing the exact same thing. Did
Yeah,
she call a bunch of names too? Like,
Yeah, right there. Someday her future children will watch this and realize what a disgusting slut their mother was. As a woman, I'm horribly disgusted by this. This is what America likes. What the fuck? I'm embarrassed. And somebody posted, that reminds me, and posted her picture of her at senior prom.
I thought I remember her replying to that, just horrified that that guy did that to her, you know? But it's
Well,
kind of
here's a good one.
that a lot. There's actually a whole Reddit subreddit. It's
Yep.
called "Quit Your Bullshit," where people fucking do this. And like this one guy was posting pictures of all these big titty fucking girlfriends he had, and the other guy went through and did a reverse image search and found out they're all just models that this guy was stealing the pictures online.
It's freaking terrible.
Look at that abs. Those abs are the best. Scroll down just a little bit more.
Here, this is one of the brutal ones on number 7.
Yeah.
They post a picture of this bald girl, and they're like, "Fuck cancer. She smiled despite her illness. Like if you think she's beautiful." And the girl posted back, "I don't have cancer, you asshole. Stop using this image to get likes." Just the point being that you don't have to look very far to find some asshole willing to take advantage of a genuine issue.
Well, look at this one. This kind of reminded me of you, actually, right here. Horrifying.
That's what you think at first.
It's proving that this fucking kid, this fucking shit is racist. Except some guy responded, Zug Knight had hundreds of millions. It was a huge flight risk. I can't pronounce this other guy. Shimada? Whatever the fuck.
Shmurda, yeah.
Shmurda crimes totaled a bail of $2 million to ensure he wouldn't get out. Dylan Roof was given a bail of $1 million purely on his weapon charges. His 9 murder charges and countless assault charges were giving no bail, meaning he can't even bail out.
Yep.
So this dude's bail is infinite. He can't.
Yeah, exactly. I like the picture. Now, son, you know what you did wrong? Yes,
Yeah.
sir. I shared something on Facebook without checking facts and encouraged bullshit to propagate, leading to the dumbing down of humanity.
I love seeing people, and it's the sad thing
By that,
people just delete instead of responding. But man, when they try and defend themselves, here's this guy who was freaking banging all these chicks right here. Okay, this post just happened to be next. All these girls supposedly he was banging. All of them seem to have an infatuation with guns and something else similar about them. And then some guy responded showing where he got all the pictures from the websites. Come on, man, at least try. I viewed this like a couple hours ago, and they said that the guy there still hadn't responded. He's just ignoring it. He didn't delete it. He didn't do shit. He's just fucking ignoring it.
I don't know. I think that should be the official consensus on Facebook or any social network. If you stop responding, you were wrong.
Yeah.
Period. We should just make that a rule. If you don't respond on Facebook, you were wrong. Thank you.
Yeah, here it is 24 hours later. That guy still hasn't said a fucking word. That's hilarious.
All right, man. I think it's about time we start to wrap this shindig up.
All right, man. Let's fucking shut this thing down. Now,
Y'all fools got anything? Any parting shots? Alone in the dark. Any party shots?
I'm sorry, fat girls. I mean, in my defense, okay, I know I said that it's easier to get a fat woman than otherwise, which I still think is true, but I think it's incredibly easy to get a fat guy, okay? So it's
Even
not really
easier.
a sexism thing. I think I apologize. Carry on with your day.
What about you there, Slow Chemical? Any party shots? None. None. The man says none. As for me, I'll reiterate, there are only 2 moves you can do with a fat girl. Holla at me later, I'll explain it. That's the extent of it.
You could always feed her. I heard they enjoy that.
Oh, God, no. No.
That'd be 3 moves, wouldn't it?
That'd be 3 moves, exactly.
One thing I do want to put out,
man.
one thing I do want to put out is if people watching this show could throw us a thumbs up on there, okay? Because we have a terrible time of fucking doing it ourselves, and I see a bunch of fucking videos, a bunch of views, and nobody voting on it. Vote us up or down. I don't give a shit which way, but fucking vote, people, okay? If we're fucking up, let us know. We'll see what's going on, all right?
Wait,
Anyway.
you know what I'm thinking about? So, I'm pretty sure everybody has had a girl ride them, right? And like fall forward, like exhaustion.
Yep.
Going down that way, like has anybody died that way from a fat chick?
So we'll see you
I'm just
guys-
saying, right?
See you next week. Maybe the same time.
It's a